Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be setting up the sample storefront using EDS Commerce Boilerplate code. And before you do that, these are some of the prerequisite, and I've already talked about these in detail when I was setting up the EDS website. But just I'll quickly go through this. Basically, you need a Gmail account if you are using Google Stack, right? Like Google Sheet, Google Docs, so that your content will be available in your Google Drive. If you are using SharePoint, then you can use. If you are using Microsoft, then you need to use SharePoint. Okay. Then GitHub is needed for your code repository. Okay. And you need you need to install the Sidekick extension, which basically help you preview and publish your changes when you are making any changes in your document. You need to preview and publish it, so that it is needed for that. You should have basic knowledge of HTML, JS, and CSS, because most of your blog, yeah, these are like the front end. It has like these are the front end related components, right? It just has JS and CSS. Okay, so you should have knowledge, and then definitely your page is rendering, and then it has this HTML codes, right? So you should have basic knowledge of that also, and then Node.js and npm is needed for the local setup. So I'll quickly move to the next slide. So these are some of the high level steps that we need to follow. And basically you need to create your repo using this Adobe Commerce Boilerplate repository. So Boilerplate is like the starter code which makes you up and running very quickly. Like you can just need to, you don't have to start from scratch where there's already some code available and you already know about it if you have followed my EDS video. Then you need to basically install this code sync app, like if it is not already installed, and then you need to give your latest repository that you have created for commerce the access of that repo. So it basically what it do, like it will listen for your changes, and when you push anything, right, and then it basically trigger a pipeline or GitHub action to check your changes with regards to performance and syntax, and if there is anything wrong in that, it will fail. Otherwise, your changes will be pushed, and then it will be then ultimately moved to the code bus inside EDS, and it will be available to use. Then by default there will be some starter. By default it will be using some content which is present somewhere inside Adobe Drive. Like it will be in Google Drive only, but it will it will be owned by Adobe only. So if you want to have control of your content, right, you can just download the starter content and then upload it in your Gmail Drive. And then definitely you need to change the mount point, like using fstab.yaml file. And as I already mentioned, then you need to, in the previous slide, you need AEM Sidekick to basically preview and publish your changes. So let's, without wasting any time, let's start with it. So this is the boilerplate repo. Using that, we can create our repo. So basically, we can click on this, use this template, create new repository. Okay. And we can give some name, AEM made easy commerce. Or maybe I can give some smaller name. Okay, AME. I just short form I have used AEM made easy, AME commerce. Okay, and you can either use make it public or private. If you want to give any description, that is also fine. This is optional. AEM made easy demo store front. Let me give some name. I'm just making it private. Although previous site I have made it public, but you can do. Although the Adobe recommended to make it public so that anybody else also want to see your site, right? They want to. They also can see your changes and everything. But I'm making it private. Okay, so this is done. Now what I need to do, I need to basically give uh, GitHub Code Sync app access to this repository. Okay, so let me go here. So I already installed this CodeSync app, but if you are doing it for the first time, there's nothing to install as such. It's just you need to log in with your user ID and password for GitHub, and then you need to give access to a repository which you want. So let me refresh it so that it show my new repository also. Okay, so my new repository also available here. And if suppose if you have lots of repository available, you don't have to give access to all the repository. These are some of my EDS related site only, so I have given access to these. Okay, so just click on save. Okay, so this is done. So the next step is basically copy starter content. So like before even copying this, let me show how it is coming. I think using the default content. So where's my repository? Okay, this is the one. So you can, as you know, right, you can access your website using these URL. So here, this is the branch, okay, and this is your repo ID, and this is your owner. So let me basically change it. Let me open this. So repo, mine is am hyphen not ame hyphen commerce. Okay, and owner is am made easy tech. Am made easy tech. Okay, so this is the your boilerplate sample site with the out of box content. And if you go to the catalog here, right, you can see sample. This is one of the category, and you can see sample products also. And all is this coming. Basically, I'll explain this when I will be explaining the code repository. But basically, there's this configuration file is available in your repo. Okay, which has this commerce related detail. It's not in repo. It's in the. I think it's in the content. I'll show you that. So basically, like as I explained in the previous video, previous tutorial also, if suppose if you are using your comments, if you are doing the real project, definitely you will be using your actual commerce instance. Okay, and there you need to enable all those SaaS services. Basically, you need to install all those modules and all those things. But uh, for uh, for the developers or people who just want to learn this, right? If they don't have the Magento instance, so Adobe already have these things enabled on some of this on one of this like maybe the sandbox server, and by default that configure detail of that sandbox server detail is present in the there's one config file config sheet in the starter content. Using that you can basically connect your Magento instance. So right now I'll show you that it is basically fetching all this data from like their sample server. Okay, and then if you want to click on any product, you can click on it. It will open the product detail page, right? It's very similar to how we used to do in like how the site is basically pages are coming in when you are doing it using the SIF framework. So there will be like a just one product detail page, and dynamically it will basically, it's not like you have a separate product detail page for each and every each and every product. Otherwise you have to make a lot of pages. So it's like one generic page, and dynamically it's changing the content of this page based on the product SKU. Okay, so if I go back to the different product, maybe the watch. Okay, so it's using the same page and then just changing it dynamically using it. And in this page they are using PDB block. So I'll explain all those things while we explaining about the project structure and how you can make changes. But here in this tutorial the purpose is just to set up the sample storefront. Okay, so now, and similarly if I go to, this is the live dot pages, means these are served from the inner CDN, and these are the like preview pages. If you want to do the live pages, you can go click on, like, you change the extension to live, and you can see the live pages. So live is basically coming from the outer CDN, and these are basically cached also. Like preview, there's no inner CDN, there's no caching. Okay. Now the next step is basically have your own content. So basically I've already, if you see here, like there's basically you need to go download the starter content from here, and I've already downloaded. And let me now make a new basically folder in my drive, and then upload all that thing, and then review and publish it. So let me create a new folder here. Sorry, not upload. I just need to create a new folder. So I'll try to give the same name, AME Commerce. You can give any name, and it doesn't have to the same. But just to make it easy, you can give the same name as your repo. Okay, AME Commerce. Create. And now I will upload all the content from my local drive where I've already downloaded the sample content to this directory. Now everything is uploaded, and we have to basically give access, share this drive to Helix at the rate adobe.com user also. So let me do that. Basically, uh, select this, share to Helix at the rate adobe.com. Okay, send, that is needed. And now basically we need to change this our this drive detail in the fstab.yaml. So let me change that. So where's my fstab.yaml file? Okay, so I'm directly making changes here, but if you are following proper development cycle, then you should make these changes by the way of PR. Like you make changes, then raise PR, and then there's a normal cycle like PR review and PR merge. Like that you should make changes. But as I am setting it up, so I'm directly making changes in this file, and I can commit changes. And if I go back to my repository, let me check whether it is successful. It is updating, it's doing the build, or you can say Once that is done, even then, if it is committed, even then it will not work right now, because right, we need to like preview and publish our changes. So let's do that. Anyway, we have to do that. So let's uh, open this psychic extension, and we just select each and everything, and preview it. And we need to basically preview each and every. There was some folder also, right? So that's fine. Publish also. So everything is preview and published now. And if I refresh the site, you can see now it is basically loading our content, because we have changed the mount point, okay, in our code base. Yeah, it is now pointing to our drive. And you can also notice the change in the content also. So I think the default content that is coming with the boilerplate code, it has some other theming or little bit different content. But here you can see content is little bit different. And but here also you have all the commerce related functionality. You can see these gears, and you have maybe little bit of different products. But yeah, anyway, there are products are available. And you can maybe click on um, any product. You can see the product details and all those things. Okay, so that is how you can set up your sample site. And before I finish, right, I mentioned like from where these details are coming, like from where these commerce related data is coming. So if you go to your sample content, right, there's this config file.
So it has all the commerce related configurations that comes out of box, and it has like pre-configured endpoints which is provided by Adobe, so that everybody can set up their sample commerce storefront using EDS. And it has other information as well, apart from the endpoint, like it has a store name, store URL, store code, and API keys, environment ID. So there are a lot of information present in this particular file. And when you are using your own commerce instance, then definitely you need to make changes in this file, so that EDS connect to your commerce instance and fetch information from there. So that's it for this video. And guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.